Autonomous navigation is one of the key modern technologies for maritime transport, and Russia is a world leader in the practical use of this technology. A fundamental issue of autonomous navigation implementation is its regulation. In 2017, the Maritime Safety Committee of the International Maritime Organization decided to include autonomous navigation into the scope of IMO activities. For the first time ever, the term Maritime Autonomous Surface Ship is introduced and applied. Within 3 years, since 2018, 3 key committees of the IMO have conducted the regulatory scoping exercise to evaluate whether autonomous ship operations meet the existing international regulation. The analysis upholds that the existing international regulations can be applied to autonomous ships without amendments, while some gaps and themes require further actions. To provide experiments on mass use without relevant decisions on these issues, in June 2019, the MSC of IMO adopted and issued the interim guidelines for mass trials. As autonomous navigation in Russia was developing ahead of schedule, national regulation on mass was introduced. It included IMO outcomes and practical results of the largest autonomous navigation trial project Russia implemented. According to the resolution on the experiment of trial operations of autonomous ships approved in 2020, any company may equip its ships flying the flag of Russia with autonomous navigation systems and legally operate them in its commercial activity. The draft law on legal arrangements appearing at autonomous ship operations, with an interpretation of key gaps and themes IMO identified earlier, was also developed. In 2020, the Russian Maritime Register of Shipping approved the regulations for classification of mass and the guidelines on cyber safety, establishing technical regulations for the design, building, and operations of mass and HER systems. In 2022, the Ministry of Transport of Russia developed advanced training programs for specialists in mass operations. A principle of full functional equivalence is a methodological basis for autonomous navigation in Russia. In the statutory regulation, this principle assumes that the existing international regulation is used, as it is just interpreting certain provisions relating to key mass particulars. The same functional approach is also applied to the development of the IMO Mass Code, which should supplement the existing international conventions. The final code is expected by 2025. This year in Russia, the national experiment will be finalized. It will assess the same provisions of mass regulation in practice.